Welcome to Google Sheet tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my meal and grocery planner in Google Sheet. So with the help of this particular template, you will be able to completely track all your meals. So whatever ingredients, your recipes, and for each and every meal, what you're going to take and what is going to be a total calories, everything you'll be able to easily calculate with the help of this particular planner. So I'll teach you how this planner is going to look like, and then I'll teach you how to create this particular planner. Here is how my meals and grocery planner will look like. So first you can see I have an ingredient setup. So where I can try to go and set up all my ingredients, what is going to be the item, so what is the unit and how many calories. So all these things I'll be able to completely set up over here. Next, I have the recipe book. So here in the recipe book, I can have what is going to be the meal and what are the different ingredients I'm going to use for that particular meal and the unit. So how many quantities I'm using, and then what is going to be the calorie per quantity and the total calories over here. So it is calculated over here. And also we have the cooking notes and the image. So how to cook. So the complete recipe, we can just have it in this particular recipe book sheet. So next, I'll have the complete meal planner. So this is a weekly meal planner. So here I'm having, so for each and every day, so what I'm trying to take for breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, everything is listed over here. And then what is going to be the total calorie for that particular day, that is also calculated at the top over here. So here is how we can actually create a week by week planner, a complete meal planner like this. So I'll teach you from scratch how to create a week by week meal planner. Let's get started. I open a new Google Sheet, and then first I'll go and name the sheet as ingredients setup. So there's going to be ingredient setup sheet. So I'll go to the top, I'll just try to completely select this, and then I'll say merge center. So here I'll say ingredients setup, and there's going to be the title of this particular sheet. I can just try to do the formatting, like I'll increase the size, make this bold, and also I can make this center align, and let me try to fill this with the color. So next, below in this sheet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my items listed. So next, what is going to be the kitchen unit, and then my calories. So these are going to be the important columns in this particular table. So I'll completely select this, and I'll increase size, make this bold, and also I'll do the formatting for this. So here I can try to list down all my items. So what all ingredients I'm going to have, I can just try to list down that, and the kitchen units. So for the kitchen units, I'll have a drop down. So let me say I'll go here, and then I'll try to insert a drop down over here. So let's say the first option, for example, it can be a cup, like a kitchen unit. So next we can have teaspoon. Next I can add like in pieces, we can just try to calculate. So I'll say piece, and then we can have packet, and then in grams we can try to calculate. And even we can say like 1 glass of milk. So even that can be one of the kitchen unit, we can have it. So these are going to be the different kitchen units. So I'll give done, and then I'll just try to completely fill this over here. So here I can try to come and list down my items. So let's say the first item is going to be egg, and then let's say the kitchen unit is going to be in pieces. So for each and every egg, I can just say it's going to be 76 calories. Next, I can try to list down like this. Let's say milk. So milk, the unit is going to be glass, and then calories, I can just say it as 80 calories. So whatever calories is going to be there, you can just give the calories. So like this, I'll just try to go and enter all my ingredients in this particular table. So here you can see I have listed down many items, all the ingredients over here. So some of the important required ingredients I have just tried to list down. So what is the kitchen unit and the calories, I have tried to fill this table. So next, I'll try to go and create another table. So this is going to be called as recipe book. So in this particular sheet, we'll try to have all our recipes listed. So I'll completely select this, and then I'll say merge center. So here I'll say recipe book. So I'll do the formatting, and also fill this with the color. So below this one, I'm going to have different categories for the column names. So first I'll have what is going to be the meal, and then what is going to be the ingredient, and then I'll have what is going to be the kitchen unit. So for that particular ingredient, whether it's going to be grams, how we're going to measure it, and then how many quantities we need it. And then we'll try to calculate the calorie per quantity. So then we'll try to calculate the total calories, and at last we'll have the cooking notes. So we can try to have the entire recipe over there. So I can just try to adjust the width of these columns. So I'll completely select this, and then I'll do the formatting for the title of the particular table. So here I'll just try to completely select this, the 6 cells over here, and I can just say merge center. And here also I can just say this complete 6 cells I can select, and then I'll say merge center. And this one also I can just completely select it, and then I'll have merge center. So first I can try to have what is going to be the recipe. So here the recipe name we can have it. So let's say first is going to be omelette. I'm just trying to create a recipe book for this particular meal. So here I can try to have all my ingredients. So the ingredients, so we have these ingredients in the ingredient setup sheet, right? So I will try to have that as a drop down. So I'll go over here, and then I'll say insert a drop down. So here I'll go and say drop down from a range. So I'll just try to select this, and then let me try to go and then completely select the range over here. So the entire range I'll select, and then I'll give OK. So done. So when I come over here, you can see I'll have the complete drop down over here for this one. So I can just try to completely fill this completely. I'll just try to fill it for the entire column. So next is we'll be having the kitchen unit. Okay, so let me say for over here, let me say the first ingredient is going to be to create an omelette. It's going to be eggs. And then let me say I need some butter or cooking oil. And then let's have salt. So these are going to be the cooking ingredients. And then the kitchen unit. So the kitchen unit also we have already mentioned it in the ingredient setup, right? So we have already mentioned it. So here to get that particular thing, we'll be using the VLOOKUP function, and then I'll try to look up this particular value from that previous sheet. So here I'll say is equal to if error. I'll open the brackets. So here I'll say VLOOKUP. I'll open the brackets over here. So first I need to say the lookup value. So the lookup value is nothing but it's going to be the X, right? So this is going to be the lookup value. I'll give then comma. Next I need to select the table array. So the complete table array I need to select it. So here the complete table is nothing but this table. I'll just try to completely select this one, and then I'll give comma. So in this particular table, where is the kitchen unit located? In which column? So here if you see the items is the first column and the kitchen unit is the second column. So I'll give comma 2 over here. That means the second column will be selected. And at last I'll say false. Since we want only the true values over here. So the exact match we need. So that's why I'm giving false over here. I'll try to close the brackets, and then what I'll do is I'll give comma. So if it is going to be an error, I'll have no values. Okay, so that's why I'm saying I've given the if error at the first. So now when I press enter, so you can see automatically I'm getting this as piece. So now the table array is going to remain the same. So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing for the table array formula alone. So the complete range, I'll just try to select it. Now I'll just try to completely flash fill this formula. So here you can see cooking oil is in teaspoon. Salt is also in teaspoon. Here if you come and see you can see egg is in piece, and then cooking oil is in teaspoon, and the salt is also in teaspoon. So automatically this will look up the value, and then we'll get it correctly. Next is I need to have the quantity. So let's say to create an omelette I need 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of oil, and then let's say 0.5 teaspoon of salt. So these are going to be the ingredients to create the dish. Now I need to come and calculate what is going to be the calories per quantity. So for example, if the calorie for 1 egg is going to be 70, then the total calorie is going to be 140. So we need to multiply that with the quantity, and then we need to get it over here. So here also I'm going to use the VLOOKUP since the calories is already listed in our ingredient setup sheet. So I'll say is equal to if error. I'll open the brackets. So here I'll say VLOOKUP. I'll open the brackets over here. So the lookup value is going to be the ingredient, comma. I'll go and completely select the table array. So here I'll select the complete table, that is still the calories. I'll just try to select it, and then I'll give comma. So the calories is actually listed in the third column. So first is items, second is kitchen unit, and third is calories. So I'll give comma 3, and then I'll give false. So since we need the exact value. So now I'll close the brackets, And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by the quantity whatever we have over here. So I'll just try to multiply this by the quantity. Then I'll give comma. So if this is going to be an error, I'll have no value. Okay, so that's going to be the complete formula for this particular set. So now when I press enter, see I'm getting it as 152. So automatically I will get it as 152. Since the egg calories is 76 multiplied by 2, we'll get this value over here. So here I can just try to flash fill. So before that one, I'll just try to do the absolute referencing. That's the complete table array. I'll just try to do the absolute referencing, and then I can just try to flash fill this formula entirely over here. So now you can see for cooking oil I'm getting, for salt how much, everything I'm getting the complete calories over. So next, to calculate the total calories, I'll say is equal to sum of all the calories over here. So for the complete omelette, whatever is going to be the calories, I'll just try to completely select and enter. So this is going to be the calories. So now I can just completely select this. I can also make this center align. So here is the complete meal for omelette I have completely listed. So at last we have the cooking notes. So in the cooking notes, what you can do is how to prepare that particular recipe. You can just try to add it. For example, like I can say heat the pan, add 1 teaspoon of oil. Then after like 20 seconds, I can say to like crack and add the 2 eggs. So these can be some of the cooking notes and so on. We can just say the cooking notes. Okay, so this is the complete recipe. We can just try to add the complete recipe over here. So like this, I can just try to go and create multiple recipes. So let's try to do for the next recipe. So I'll completely say merge and center. So this one also I'll just try to merge and center. So here I'll just try to merge and center. So this is going to be the same thing. I'll just try to have it for all the other recipes as well. So now I'll completely select this, and then let me try to have the borders. So here is my borders. So now I can try to go and enter some different recipes in this particular recipe book. So now I have entered like 5-6 recipes in this particular recipe book. So now we'll try to go and create the weekly meal plan. So I'll create a new sheet. So I'll call the sheet as meal plan. So here I'll completely select this. I'll say merge center. So here I can say weekly meal planner. So this is going to be the title. So I'll do the required formatting, and I'll fill this with the color. So next we'll try to have a complete weekly meal plan. So starting from Sunday to Saturday, we'll try to have the complete meal plan. So the important columns here will be, so what is going to be my meal, and then what is going to be the calories, and then what is going to be the total calories for each and every meal. So that is going to be the important column. So next I'll try to combine these 3 things. So here I'll say breakfast. So next I can just combine these 3. So here I'll say it as lunch. So now next is going to be my snacks. And last I'll have my dinner. So I'll merge center. So here I'll say dinner. So these are going to be the important things. So next, here I'll try to have the complete total value of my calories. So this one also I can just try to merge all these 3 cells together. So at the top, I'll completely merge here and say the day over here. So for example, Sunday I'll say. So this is going to be the meal plan. So here what I'll do is I'm going to try to have all the meals listed. So for example, all the meals are nothing but we have a complete recipe book, right? So all the meals are actually listed over here. So here I'll just try to create a drop down. So I'll go to insert, and then I'll try to create a drop down over here. So from a range, I'll just try to select. So I'll click the source, and then I'll come to the recipe book. So here this is going to be the complete all our meals over here listed. So I'll give OK. And then when I come over here, so you can see all our meals will be listed. So you can see I can just try to easily select whichever meal I want easily. Next is going to be the calories. So if I want to get the total calories for that particular meal, so that is already in the recipe book. You can see for each and every meal what is going to be the total calories is already listed. So I'll try to get this using the VLOOKUP. So I'll say is equal to, if error, I'll open the brackets, So I'll say VLOOKUP. I'll open the brackets over here. So the lookup value is going to be this particular meal. So this is going to be the lookup value, comma, and then I need to select the complete range, that is the table array. So here I'll just try to completely select the table array till here, and then I'll give comma. So what is going to be the column number of my total calories? So we see meal is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So sixth column we have the total calories. So I'll give 6, comma, I'll say false. So since we need the exact match, so then I'll give comma, I'll have the opening and closing quotation. If there's going to be error, we'll have no value. So this is going to be the formula. So I'll enter. So I'm not having any values over here, since we have not listed down any meals over here, right? So here the range is going to be the same. So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing for the table array. So since that is going to remain the same, and what I'll do is I'll just try to completely flash fill this formula. So this is for one day we have done. So now similarly we can just try to do like copy and paste this for the other days as well. Okay. So now I'll just show you, for example, for this meal, if I select for breakfast, I want to have omelette and let's say apple juice. So here automatically will be able to get the total value over here. So this is the total calories for that each and every meal. So using the VLOOKUP, we have found out. Now if I want to find the total value, I'll say is equal to, so sum of these three cells. Okay, so this is going to be the total. So similarly, I'll just try to have this completely for this all the other cells as well. So for lunch, if I go and say I want to have cooked rice and let's say grilled chicken, so this is going to be the lunch meal whatever I have. So here I'll be able to have the total value. So similarly like this, I'll also copy and paste this formulas for the total value as well. So now we have done for the 3 days. So I'll just try to copy and paste for other 4 days. So since we need to have for a complete week. So at the top, we'll have the day. So I'll just try to completely flash fill. So till Friday, till Saturday we'll have. So now we are having till Friday, and then here it's going to be Saturday. So now I'll just try to completely select these two columns. So the complete title columns over here, I'll increase size, make this bold. I can also make this center line, and I'll fill this with the color over here completely. So we'll have, and this is also going to be the important thing. So we'll have a breakfast to this. I'll select this, and also I'll just try to fill this with the color, and I'll also make this center line. So here is how we have a complete weekly meal planner. So let me try to go and select the details and then see how we'll have a like complete plan for some days. So here you can see the complete, we are getting the values. So for Monday, let's say I'm going to have chicken sandwich. So this is for the breakfast, and for lunch, let's say like cooked rice and then like chicken sandwich. So here we'll get the values. So for snacks, only apple juice, and then for dinner, let's say I'm going to have grilled chicken. So like this, I can just try to have the values for every day. I'll just try to do it for all the days. So like randomly, I'm just doing it to show you. So you can add many recipes. So I have just added like 5-6 recipes just to show you. So you can add like n number of recipes, whatever recipes you want to add, you can just add n number of recipes in the recipe book. So now I'll come over here and then I'll just try to completely select this, and then I'll just say merge center. So here I'll say, so Sunday calories, and then here I'll just try to completely select this. I'll say merge center. So this is going to be is equal to sum of, so all the total values I have over here. So I'll just try to find the total values for breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, and then I'm just trying to find the sum of those. So now when I press enter, see, you can see I'm getting the total value. So here I made a mistake. So I'm saying snacks. Okay. So here I can actually get the total calorie value over here. Similarly, I can just try to fill this till Saturday. So I'll have it. So only the name, I just need to go and change it. Same Monday. So here it is going to be Tuesday. So here I'll change it to Wednesday. So next cell is going to be Thursday. So here I'll have Friday. For all the days I'll do it. So last is we'll have Sunday. And I'll also completely flash fill this formula below this. So here you can see I'm having the complete total value of the calories. So I'll completely select this and I'll do the formatting. So I've selected this and I'll increase the size and make this bold. And I'll also have the all borders for this one. And I'll make this center line. So for the titles, completely I'll select this and then let me try to fill this with the color. And for this, the values also, I'll just try to fill this with a lighter color. So here we have, and for all the totals also, we can just have a light color so that we'll know the total values that like it's ending for each and every day. The table is ending, we'll know. So here also I'll completely select this and I'll draw the borders. A light color border, I will draw it. So here is how our complete weekly meal planner will look like. So you can try to go and add more recipes, more ingredients, and for each and every week also you can try to do for a complete month. You will be able to have the planner. So if you wish to use the complete meal planner template, I've given the link in the description. You can just try to go and download it from there. Also, I've created multiple templates to track your productivity and lifestyle, like your habit tracker, to-do list tracker, weight loss and fitness tracker, and many more trackers. So you can visit my website plrduck.com and then you can download these templates from there. So the great thing is that these templates are available for both Google Sheet and Excel. It also comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to edit these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.